You know, guys, after last episode, I was really not feeling the accept the money choice, but a lot of you guys were commenting saying that we should go down this route because I'm thinking about the whole accepting the money the wrong way. I should be thinking of as she'll still learn her. Yuji's doesn't do the wouldn't just accept the money without a reason, or something like that. It's more like what can we? It's what really got me was a comment that said, it's think of it not as accepting the money, think of it as accepting responsibility for Makina. So that comment really stuck with me, and I think we're gonna go down it. We're going down Makina's route. Oh boy. If you want to obtain something, be prepared to lose something in exchange. That's how the real world works. Makina wants to use her money to buy me. Might as well let her. It's not like my life has that much value to me in the first place. I glance at the crumpled bills clutched in Makina's hand. 86,000 yen. Seems like a bit too much of a bargain, any way you slice it. Sorry, Makina, but I'm pretty damn expensive. This isn't even close to enough. Give it up. Oh, and she's... This is my little Makina. She's just too sweet. What am... You guys better not have been pulling my damn legs. Makina reaches back into her pocket and takes out a lumpy, hairy purse, roughly resembling a mutant frog. Makina's purse is packed full of tin foil from sticks of gum and half-eaten bits of chocolate. Among the crumpled bills and dirty loose change, there's a single credit card she carelessly tosses inside. Just how many credit cards do you have? I mean, I only have one. Hey, hold on. This thing is... The credit card Makina casually hands me is jet black. It's not made of plastic either. Seems to be some sort of lightweight metal. Maybe titanium alloy? The name of huge overseas a huge overseas credit company is etched deeply into the surface of the card, probably by laser. Is this one of those exclusive black cards I've heard about? If I remember correctly, this isn't something just any rich person can get their hands on. It's proof you have a major account in an institution registered with the Swiss Bankers Association or something comparable. Ye old Swiss bank accounts. Hold on, Makina. Why do you have this card? But you're not answering the question, Makina. Makina shouts wildly in triumph. She's got something like a checkbook grasped firmly in her hands. On closer inspection, I spot the name of a foreign bank on the cover. Why do I feel so bad about this right now? Listen, slow down for a second. That is a lot of money. Counting off zeros in an off-pitch sing-songy rhythm, Makina scratches down a number onto the check. With a carefree smile, Makina thrusts out the slip of paper towards me. For a moment, I'm completely stunned. It's a check for 70 million yen. Are you serious? As I run my eyes over the check again and again, I feel a sticky, unpleasant sweat begin to seep out of the back of my head. This is absurd. You could build a hell of a nice house for yourself with this kid's pocket money. Even if I exercise my option and keep working my current job right until the retirement age, I don't know if I'll ever save up this much. Biggest question is why? Why do you have all this? Wait. This is way too much money. I mean, is this thing even real? I don't even remember taking the check from Makina, but it's in my hand. I hold it up to the light of the sun and peer through it. There's a typical watermark inside the paper. The check itself looks like it was issued by a genuine financial institution.
高額小切手になるから、それなりに手数料とか取られると思うし、その場で口座開設を勧められると思うけど。
Well, Makina's smart enough to know how that works.
今はほら、手数料の安い業者もいるから、そっちでやった方がお得かもしれないのよさ。
I know my bank would. I think my bank would be pretty suspicious if I just put like $7 million into my bank for some reason. Why do you have this sort of money?
ね、お母さんにもらったの。それが私の一生分のお小遣いなんだって。
And she's giving me all of her allowance for life. Look, you can't just give that to me.
だから今日からパパになるんだし、パパが私にお小遣いをちょうだい。
I see. Hold on a second here. Why am I starting to go along with this? Well, I mean, I do get the feeling that leaving Makina to manage this money by herself won't necessarily end well. But why exactly do I have to take care of her finances? Right. I guess that's the natural thing for a father to do. Wait, hold on. I don't agree to any of this yet. Do I?
それで足りないって言われちゃうと、もう無理。あとは体で払うしか。
Makina, stop right there. As she speaks, Makina clasps her hands behind her back and begins to squirm around shyly. I follow her gaze toward a secluded thicket, ideal for outdoor sex. The hell? Is she seriously proposing a quick screw in the bushes? Does she honestly think that little scrawny body of hers is going to influence my decision? I mean, what? How did she get this idea in her head? Amine? Probably. I think I need to have a talk with that woman. How many sighs would this be today? I've lost count. Whatever. Fine. I'll allow you to buy me. Yourself. As of today, I'm your father. I'll hold on to this money.
足りない分は青缶で。
That's not gonna be necessary.
がっかりじゃね?
Wow. Rest assured, it's just you. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, Makina. I drop my hands onto Makina's thin, fragile shoulders and stare her square in the face. I accepted this job, so I'm gonna carry it out. But I'm gonna do it in my way. And my approach might not always correspond exactly with what your ideal father you might be imagining might have done. As your father, there's only one thing I can promise you. Even if everyone else in the world becomes your enemy, I'll always protect you.
じゃあ、お兄ちゃんは今日から私のパパ?
This is very odd. I didn't think this is how we would turn out this way. That's what I'm saying. Aww. Oh. Whoa. Makina falls forward into my arms, the tension draining from her body like a taut string that's finally been snapped. I see. All along, this girl wanted a guardian more than anything else in the world. Of course, she had Amine, and none of her classmates would ever hurt her, but even so, something was missing. Something like family. A person who would love her unconditionally. A person who would keep her safe, no matter what. A father. She was searching for a long time, but when she finally found a suitable candidate, she didn't know what to do next. In the end, she clumsily threw everything she had in the world at my feet. Makina's lifetime allowance, 70 million yen. Certainly not a small chunk of change, but that amount isn't relevant in this case. She offered me everything. Absolutely everything, and fortunately I don't have to think too hard about how to answer that desperate gesture. I'll just have to do everything and anything I can for her. If that's enough for Makina, there's no reason to second guess myself. I don't have to rack my brains about this job. It's nice that way. Simple, easy to understand, well suited to an idiot like me. And so as of today, I've become Makina's father, I guess. So we're down this now. Old habits die hard. When entering a building, I count the number of exits. When walking through town, every once in a while, I stop abruptly and look behind me. Running every morning is practically a reflex by now, as is ringing in my door before I leave. What do you mean? Spend much time in a job like mine, and you'll naturally acquire many small habits like these. Pointless as they may seem, every once in a while they'll save your life. Oh no. This morning, as usual, I snuck a bit of tape in an inconspicuous spot under the door on my way out. It's a simple precaution against the arrival of intruders in my absence. But in this particular case, the intruders left behind such brazen signs of their entry as to render my little trick completely absurd. Not the most pleasant way to start the day.
パパおかえり。朝ごはんの用意できてるのよ。
Oh, what? Well, aren't you just a little sweetheart? Makina, so this was your work after all.
ヨーグルトはアロエとブルーベリーとリンゴがあるけど、どれにする？
Apple? I'll take blueberry. I was about to say blueberry, and then I was like, I had blueberry the other day. How about an apple?
オッケー。ほんじゃあすぐ用意すっから、そこ座って待っとけ。な。
Well, my low coffee table is partially occupied by a plate of formidable sandwiches, ham, cheese, and lettuce stuffed between dark, tough-looking hunks of rye bread. There's also a carton of milk and a plastic bottle of iced coffee. Surprisingly decent spread, considering Makina's the one who prepared it. I pour a glass of milk and gulp it down. Ugh. Ooh. Tell me, Makina, was it you who blasted through my door?
なーに？
The lock on my door's been destroyed. I'm asking if you're responsible.
ああ、だって鍵がかかってたんだもの。
So you just fucking broke my door? Amane has a spare key, doesn't she?
あまねまだ寝てたし、起こしたらかわいそうじゃない。それに鍵を壊したのは私じゃないのよ。サッチンなのよさ。
I should have guessed. Sachi, huh? I did vaguely suspect her involvement from that ends justify the means approach to breaking and entering. Broken doesn't really describe the current state of my door. Actually, melted might be the better word. Melted?! Specifically, brute force application of extreme heat has left a gaping hole where my lock used to be. At first, I thought they'd busted out and... a torch or something. But then I noticed the discarded coffee can laying on the ground nearby. Its payload, pulverized iron oxide and aluminum powder with a strip of magnesium as a makeshift fuse. Probably got the iron by cutting open disposable hand warmer pockets. Maybe broke down a sheet of aluminum foil in the mixer. Then fixed the can to the door using wired end tape before setting off a nice pyrotechnic thermite reaction. Burp. It's the sort of trick you'd expect from a savvy terrorist. Give that woman 2 years of training and she'd be right fit with the IRA. Imagining Sachi kneeling beside the door in full maid uniform, silently setting up her homemade explosives, the joke doesn't seem particularly funny, 'cause it actually happened.
心配しなくても、学校が終わったらサッチンがホームセンターに行って、新しい鍵買ってきてつけてくれるって。
I figured she would. If you're going to repair it, then how about not breaking it in the first place?
もう、私に合鍵をくれないパパが悪いのよ。
Why would I even think about that? Huh. Look at you playing the clingy girlfriend, cheeky brat.
なんだよもう、可愛い娘がさ、朝ごはんの用意して待ってたってのにさ、嬉しくないの？
Okay, clingy daughter then. Same principle. Well, I suppose.
やっぱあれか？巨乳がいいのか？ 朝っぱらから裸エプロンで、しかも形ブリーンと放り出してるハレンチな女の方が良かった？
I mean, that would be an amazing sight. I'm not gonna lie and say that I wouldn't like seeing that, but, hey now, Amane would kick your ass if she heard that.
だいたいパパは父親としての自覚が足りないんじゃない？娘がおかえりって言ってんだから、ただいまってキスの一つもするもんじゃねえの？
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I'm Kazami Yuji, occupation student. Is that how it works? Sorry, I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to this particular role.
もう仕方がないのよさ。だったら教えてあげるから、帰ってくるパートからやり直しね。
Wait, what? Are you really gonna make me go back out that door and come back in? What a pain in the ass.
うだうだ言うな。ドア開けて、ただいまマキナ、パパ今帰ったぞって言え。
She's still the best. Fine. Stop screaming, will you? Why do I have to participate in some surreal skit first thing in the damn morning? Might I, by some chance, have adopted something of a problem child? Yes. Irrepressible unease sends thick drops of sweat trickling down my forehead. Very different from the pleasant precipitation I worked up while running. My chilled blood sinks heavily to the bottom of my feet like a lump of lead. But since I accepted this responsibility, I can't do a half-assed job. If Makina wants me to play this character for her, I suppose duty demands I do. I mean, she gave us 70 fucking million yen. After pausing briefly to exhale, I reach out and grab the half-melted doorknob. I'm back, Makina! Daddy's home!
おかえりパパ。
This is fucking weird. A huge smile stretched across her face. Makina spread her arms open wide and takes a step towards me. Probably scheming to throw herself full force into my chest, I hold out my arms to catch the girl and blunt the impact. But in that very instant, Makina momentarily disappears from my field of vision. What the fuck? Ah! Before I have time to react, I suffer a powerful blow to my lower abdomen, right around the solar plexus. Impossible. How did she... The breath's been knocked out of my lungs and my eyelids are wobbling in their sockets like drunken Marines in an earthquake. But somehow I managed to turn my gaze down. Makina's fuzzy little head is firmly lodged in my gut. A slide dash. As I crumble to my knees, Makina scampers nimbly up onto my body, wraps her arms around the back of my head like a Muay Thai boxer, preparing to deliver a knee kick, and then... smashes her lips against mine with the force and speed of a spear thrust. Ow! Our teeth knock against each other with an audible thunk. Ow! I reflexively try to pull myself away, but Makina ain't about to have that happen. What the fuck sentence did I just say by accident? Swiftly coiling her ankles around the back of my knees, she leans all of her body weight forward in an attempt to push me down. Struggling to resist Makina's stubborn hold, I brace my abdominal muscles and try to keep myself still. But with my lower body completely disabled, the girl's 40-kilo mass is too much as a sport. She quickly pins me to the ground. Oh, Makina, settle down. Makina, what the hell are you doing? This is more than a welcome home kiss. As my mouth falls open involuntarily, Makina shoves her tongue inside with all the eagerness of a hyena snapping at its prey. Wait, hold on. Isn't this a little wrong? I mean, this isn't quite what I imagine what you would call a welcome home kiss. I was thinking more, I don't know, a kiss on the cheek or something not this lewd, right? In any case, I've got to peel the girl off me. I reach up blindly. My hands end up touching Makina's chest. Oh boy.
itchy.
And just fucking launch her off me. This girl never wears any damn underwear, does she? Nope, we learned that way earlier on. Not that that the thought really does much for me. Still, it's not so bad having this ridiculously warm little body on top of mine. A little sweaty, but kind of pleasant in a way. Sometimes irritating, sometimes soothing. Might this be what familial love is? I don't know what this is anymore. As Makina maintains her noisy assault on my tonsils, I softly slip an arm around her back. The girl's so slender, it feels like she might snap if I embrace her too forcefully. Holding her light little body in my arms stirs up powerful protective feelings. Makina? I can't do much, but if nothing else, surely I can manage to keep an idiotic grin on my face of one irritating sweet little girl. This is what I need to protect. I feel like I'm starting to understand, not just the meaning of those words, but also the raw emotions they signify. Covered in her spit, warm, affectionate feelings for the bizarre beast. Kusama Yuji, occupation student. Well, it felt like a haiku was warranted, but I didn't manage to work any seasonal words in there. Not my finest work. But just as I'm smiling at the thought, events take an unanticipated turn. Specifically, a sharp knocking at the door, followed immediately by... Oh my god. A question delivered in a fairly harsh tone of voice. Amine, this, I can't explain my way out of this one. You guys led me down this.
マキナの姿が見えないから探してみれば、まさかこんなところでこんなことしてるとはね。お姉さんびっくりよ。
Trust me, Makina. I didn't see it coming either. I mean, Amine, brain, I didn't see it coming.
別に変なことをしてたわけじゃないのよ。なんていうかスキンシップなのよ。悪いことしてないのよ。
That was getting to be a really sloppy and wet kiss, Makina. You can't even talk your way out of this.
どうしたの、マキナ？私、別に怒ってないわよ。
Oh, I fully expected to get scolded or hit or killed or something.
本当に？
ええ、あなたのことは怒ってないわよ。それよりマキナ、時計を見てごらんなさい。
Oh no. Uh-oh. She's gonna tell Makina to leave and then she's gonna destroy me.
もうこんな時間。制服に着替えて学校に行く準備しなきゃ。
Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, I'm so dead.
そうだね。じゃあ、お部屋に戻って着替えていらっしゃい。お姉ちゃんはちょっと、こっちのお兄ちゃんとお話があるから。
Alright, okay, so I gotta come up with a really quick plan to not be killed. I could, in theory, bust out this window with my body and just, I mean, I'm not gonna fall that far. Amine flutters her hands in the air like in the classic shoo-shoo gesture. Makina bites her lower lip, then peers up at Amine's face with upturned eyes.
きつく叱らないでほしいのよ。
Oh, I'm expecting full Kansai dialect coming.
叱る？私が？ユージよ？まさか。ちょっとお話を聞かせてもらうだけだから。ね。あんたはほら、さっさと着替えてきなさい。
Again, you guys led me down this path. With your kind words. I shouldn't have listened. Well, there she goes. Cowering like a kitten under the glare of a German shepherd, Makina inches forward. One step, then two, and the instant she's clear of Amine's potential attack range, the girl turns on her heel and bursts out in all her cheek. No! Don't leave me alone with her! Hey, Amine. As she watches her young friend scamper off to safety, Amine folds her arms under her breasts and slowly swings her head from side to side, producing sharp little cracking sounds. When she finally speaks, her tone is somewhat exasperated.
さて、どういうことなのか説明してもらえるのよね、お兄ちゃん。
Okay, you see, how can I explain this without making it sound really weird? Nothing to explain, just like you saw. Also, it's not Oni-chan anymore. I think I was promoted to Papa as of yesterday.
は？すみません。おっしゃることがよく理解できないのですが。
I really don't either. It's kind of weird. This whole situation's really weird. I'll explain. Come here. Have a seat. You can sit in my lap. I don't care. Just sit somewhere. After settling across the table from Amine, I explained the lay of the land in between bites of sandwich. First of all, the events surrounding Makina's mysterious message yesterday afternoon. Secondly, the way I felt after learning of the girl's desperate desire for a father. And finally, how I'm planning to interact with Makina from now on.
まあ、言いたいことはなんとなく分かったけれど、それがマキナとキスをしていた理由とどうつながるのかな。
Oh no, that was all her fault. She forced herself on me and was doing super lewdy kisses. We're father and daughter now. Surely a kiss isn't something out of the ordinary. No, but that kiss?
いや、まあ確かにほっぺにチューぐらいはすると思うけど、押し倒した上に舌を絡み合わせるような濃厚なやつは普通しないよね。
I'm just saying, if that's how you kiss your parents, you should probably never do that ever again. That's so. Unfortunately, I don't have too firm of a grasp on what appropriate standard of normality is here.
あ、確かにユージの場合、普通って難しいかもね。
Anyway, what I regard as normal doesn't seem to coincide with what Makina wants from me. To be honest with you, I don't really understand what it means to be a father. I'm basically just playing it by ear now. That said, I made Makina a promise, so I intend to do everything I possibly can. I may not have any decent examples to work off, but I do remember the perfect dad I imagined as a child. I'll try to become a father like that.
それってどんな父親？
Let's see. Kind, but still strict. Has the answer to any question. Teaches his child everything they need to know. A reliable, steady presence. I'll never betray her, and she comes before everything else. She can sleep on my lap without a care in the world. That's the sort of father I want to be.
そっか。そこまで真剣に考えているなら、私はもう何も言わないよ。
Well, at least I didn't get hit. Oh, well, that was a lot easier than I expected.
まあね、あの子に父親が必要だってのは私にも分かってたことだし、いつかはこうなる予感？なんかそんなのもあったしね。
I mean, at least she just let us, we sat her down and we explained to her the whole situation, so.
ほら、マキナの履いてるブーツあるでしょ？赤羽の茶芯、PT91 のナイフポケット付き。あれもう結構ボロだけど、私のお気に入りでさ。ソール1回、ヒール2回張り替えて大事に履いてたんだけど、マキナがどうしても欲しいって言うからあげちゃったんだよね。あの子にお願いされると、私どうしても断れなくてさ。
What are you trying to say?
あの子にはあんたが必要なんだって認めちゃったんだろうね、私。ああ、またマキナに取られちゃったか。
Oh, Amine, I don't know when you'll be next. Might be the next one, maybe the third one. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I honestly really don't know. Amine scratches loudly at her head in a vaguely rueful gesture.
でも父親になったってことは恋人になったわけじゃないのよね。
No, right. That's not exactly what being a father involves.
じゃあ私にもまだチャンスは残ってるんだよね。
Technically, yes. So we're good. Like I said, I'm putting Makina first from now on. You're only gonna make yourself miserable if you don't accept that.
誰かが幸せになったら誰かが不幸になるのっておかしいよね。幸せはみんなで分かち合った方がいいじゃない。だからユージをマキナと私の二人で分け合えばいいのよ。
Why am I not surprised Amine would be okay. Share me? How would that work exactly? I'm not a planarian. Cutting me in half wouldn't accomplish much.
簡単じゃん。あんたがあの子の父親になるなら私は母親になればいいんだよ。
I mean, you basically were. So, what are you implying? Whoa! The sandwich I had carried halfway to my mouth nearly drops out of my hand. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Are you a genius?
え、そんなすごいこと言った覚えはないけど。
I had been prepared to sacrifice everything else for Makina's sake, but I see, to be certain, your daughter and your wife are two entirely different entities. A shameful oversight on my part. Amine's right. A parent exists in the context of a partnership. Surely a real family isn't such a fragmentary thing. Everyone has their roles to play as a piece in a larger puzzle. The one who scolds and the one who comforts. The lecturer and the healer. The protector and the rebel. Surrounded by diverse examples and exposed to various opinions, the children slowly choose their own path. That's probably what a family should be. How could I miss such a simple thing? I'm already a failure as a father.
いや、まあ母親って言っても所詮はごっこ遊びだけどね。
A game, huh?
それでもさ、遊びだからこそ本気になれる年齢なんだよ、私たちは。言ってる意味わかる？
Yeah. My master said something similar when she adopted me. It's not like I can ever be a real family to you. But sometimes fake families can grow closer than the genuine article precisely because they're pretending. Like in the military, where the CO's the father, the XO's your mother, and your squad leader's the big brother. Sometimes the trust and unity among such groups can be stronger than a true family. Yeah. I suppose that makes me the CEO of this fledgling division, bearing total responsibility, burdened with the authority to send his pseudo-children to their deaths for the cause. A man who, if driven by necessity, may be left with no choice but to issue just such an order. It seems I was still viewing this responsibility too lightly.
まあ、あんまり思い詰めない方がいいよ。真摯に受け止めるのはいいけど、責任と責任感を履き違えないようにね。
Responsibility and my sense of responsibility, huh? What the? I feel like I've heard that line before. Somewhere.
ん？どうかした？
No, it's nothing.
何にせよ、マキナの将来を心配するよりさ、まずは自分の心配をしたら？
Sorry, what's that supposed to mean?
私はほら、物分かりのいい女の子だからいいけど、他の子はどうだろう？
Sachi would probably be fine. Michiru would probably talk shit or not, do her soon thing, and Yumiko probably not okay with it. The other girls, what, are classmates? Is me becoming Makina's father going to cause some sort of problem with them?
なんで何も問題がないと思えるのかな？ユージってさ、変に女慣れしてるくせに、そういうとこ鈍いよね。
Well, you see, it's not every day I become a father of a girl in my class. A certain incident comes to mind, from back in the days when I was still a genuine brat thoroughly unversed in the ways of women. One morning, JB was clearly feeling poorly. Considerate young man that I was, I proceeded to badger her throughout breakfast about the nature of her distress, ultimately leading to an enraged bellow of, "What do you think?" and a thoroughly unpleasant day for the both of us. Amine, my friend, are you referring to some variety of menstrual difficulties?
あんた、真面目な顔して何言ってんのよ。
God damn it, Yuji. I don't... Oh no! While expecting a man such as myself to divine the subtle workings of the female mind is the height of folly. But in any case, Amne's suggestion that I have something to worry about didn't feel convincing. Ever since I was a child, people have been telling me that I think too much. But even I can't see any need to waste my time pondering this. And so, oh my god, what are we doing? And so I've decided to become Makina's father. Pretty sweet idea, huh? Not sweet idea. Dropping my hand onto Makina's head with a thump, I draw my frank, casual announcement to a close. In that instant, the very air of the classroom seems to freeze solid. Sakaki's expression is so befuddled, it seems clear that her mind hasn't fully processed the meaning of those words. Michiru's wide-open eyes are full of unspoken questions regarding my sanity. The brush in Sachi's hand, running through Michiru's hair only a moment ago, has come to an abrupt halt. Her mouth lies slightly ajar, as if stuck halfway through the question. Although all these have differently distinct reactions, they share one common feature: a long moment of silence. It lasts perhaps 10 seconds before Michiru finally manages to speak.
はあんた何言ってんの
I don't think I can be any more clear than that. Didn't you hear? Alright, I'll repeat myself one more time. Withdrawing my hand from Makina's fuzzy head, I clasp my arms behind my back and breathe in a hearty lungful of air.
いや聞こえなかったわけじゃないからただその
I feel like even
ど
I...
ういう意味なのかなって
Shut up, Michiru. I feel like I really wouldn't even, like, know how to react if someone said that. I meant exactly what I said.
だがって言われてもつまりな風見雄二はこのイリスマキナの男になったからおめえらは手出すんじゃねえぞってそういうことなのよさ
Makina, I think you don't understand what a dad is and what a boyfriend is. Or, you know, I don't even. And so arrives the second moment of utter silence. Of course, I've actually become Makina's father, and the term man strikes me as a fairly inexact analog of the infants in this context. But then again, it's not like this is the first time Makina's displayed a lack of linguistic competence. Hardly worth correcting every little slip of that stubby little tongue. After all, these girls have known Makina far longer than me, so I'm sure they can actually grasp her meaning without any need for my interpretation. I don't know, they're pretty shocked right now. And so that's how it is. Most likely, words along those lines will be this discussion, to bring this discussion to an end. And we'll shift on to some other trivial topic like always. But my expectations prove somewhat off the mark. In a simultaneous movement that almost seems choreographed, Sakaki, Michiru, and Sachi turn their heads to stare at Amne, currently standing by with their arms folded and a wry smile on her face.
なんで私を見る
And their faces, too.
だってねえ
急に父親になったと言われても書類の問題とか
いや、なんつうか父親って言ってもそこまで本意気じゃないっていうかごっこ遊びの延長みたいな。ほら、私がマキナのママになってあげるってなノリで。
What have I gotten myself into?
そういうことでしたか。ようやく特進が行きました。しかし父親プレートはまたマニアックな。
私は結構本気だよパパだってたとえ世界中を敵に回しても私を守ってくれるって言ったよ
Why do I feel like the whole world's gonna turn against Makina? Yeah, that I did.
嘘じゃないよね
Of course. Makina is gazing up at me, clear anxiety in her eyes. I drop my hands onto her shoulders and nod firmly. There's no problem. I'm going to take care of you from now on. Back in the old days when I asked my master a similar question, she gave me an answer along these lines. Drop me in the worst hellhole on earth with nothing but a rusty knife, and I'll come back alive. I'm an ultra high-powered piece of national defense equipment with the nerve and skill to single-handedly annihilate 1,000 terrorists. And I'll use everything I have to raise you into a full-blown adult. You don't have to worry about a thing. But even so, I don't want her to experience the hardships I've known. Is this what they call parental love?
ありがとうパパ必死
Just don't kiss me like you did the other day. Or earlier, whatever. Shrieking out her own sound effect like a complete airhead, Makina wraps her arms around my waist and hugs me tightly.
じゃあ私はマキナのママになってあげる。必死。
At this point, for some reason, Amine decides to seize hold of my left arm and smother it between her oversized mammaries.
なるほど。把握しました。では、私はマキちゃんの使用人ということで。必死。
Sachi, if you can't beat him! Seizing the moment, Sachi firmly grabs hold of my right arm and likewise squeezes it under her chest. Hey now, a number of inquiries and complaints regarding this development run through my mind, but I'm discreet enough to keep them to myself. Carefully maintaining her vice-like grasp, Sachi meets my exasperated gaze with upturned eyes, as clear as expressionless as glass beads.
何か
And stares back at me with cold pupils of a woman who isn't prepared to take no for an answer. Her voice may be calm, but I've learned from experience that Sachi's astonishingly stubborn when she gets that look in her eyes. Pointing out that Makina's servant should probably be clinging to Makina probably won't get me out of this one.
メイドがいれば便利ですよ。特に私はなかなか開かないポテトチップスの袋を開けるのが得意ですので、無駄にイライラしないで済みます。一家に一人は必要ですね。
Sachi, you're good. You're good. You've pretty much been our maid forever. So, if you say so, rather than keeping a maid around for that, I think it'd be wiser to buy a pair of scissors at the 100-yen shop. But I can already see the conversation devolving into a debate on merits of conspicuous consumption.
バカバカしい。
Come on, Sakaki. What do you want to be in this family? Big sister? What do you want?
あれ、榊さんは家族ごっこしないの？
She's like, this is fucking stupid. Ignoring Amne's teasing voice, Sakaki stalks imperiously back to her seat, where she begins retrieving and arranging her textbooks. Of course, Sakaki never was the type to roll along with this sort of light-hearted farce, and she's too proud to initiate an attempt at
み
compromise.
ちる様はどうされますか？
But she was just like, Caught off guard by the sudden question, Michiru emits an undignified little grunt.
私にどうしろってのよ。だいたいあんたも女の子に抱きつかれて鼻の下を伸ばしてんじゃないわよ。
Well, I mean, do I really look like I'm enjoying this to you? I didn't ask these three to amuse themselves by making a toy out of me. Quite the opposite, actually. My imprisonment in this mass of flesh is quickly getting into sweltering territory. This mass of fucking breasts. But just as I'm about to point out that the break's going to end soon, Sachi's grip on my arm grows even stronger.
まだお分かりにならないのですか、みちる様。
何よ。
今このタイミング、今こそがまさにデレの時なのです。
Oh. At Sachi's forceful declaration, Michiru's body quivers as though struck by lightning. Grasping her own upper arms to keep herself from shaking, she averts her eyes in shock.
でも
何を迷う必要がありますか。さあ、出れましょう。
Her face utterly earnest, Sachi nods gravely to herself, then glances around the area thoughtfully.
犬がいませんね。
Ha!
犬？
Oh, that's literally what Michiru would be.
幸せな家庭にはペットの犬が欠かせません。
Or a cat. Cats don't really do anything for the family, though.
ペットを飼うということは生活のゆとりの表れであり、その家庭の幼い子供はペットを飼うことで弱者に対する思いやりを知り、
Do you really think Makina would take care of Michiru like a pet? She'd just leave her to die.
やがて思春期を迎える頃に生き物の死というものを学ぶのです。幸いなことにマキちゃんは以前白い犬が欲しいと言っていました。今ミチル様に対して発生している需要とはまさにそこかと。
God, did you see I know you saw it. This all that lives must in its time die. Holy shit, Sachi.
それってつまり私に犬の真似をしろと？ペットの犬になってユージに甘えろと？あんたはそう言っているのね。
I mean, I'd say your IQ is suited to be a dog. I mean, and if you want to like do that thing where you just jump in my lap, that's fine. As Michiru tentatively summarizes the nature of her situation, Sachi nods a silent
ミ
affirmation.
チル様におかれましてはご理解が早くて助かります。さあ泣いてください。ワンと泣くのです。愛らしくワンワンと泣きながら風見さんの足に必死としがみつくのです。
Oh, I can't wait to see if Michiru actually does this.
うぐ
So she's going to.
うぐではありません。ワンです。恥ずかしがっている場合ではありませんよ。今こそが不退転の時、自ら交代のネジを取り外したツンデレという生き様を見せつけるのです。さあ。
Uh-huh. Beads of greasy sweat rolling down her forehead, Michiru emits a pitiful hoarse groan.
さっちゃんも追い詰めるわね。みちるの顔見てごらんなさいよ。なんかもういろいろな価値観が頭の中でぐるぐると渦巻いちゃって吐きそうな顔してるじゃないの。
What do I do? I could do this, but what am I doing with my life?
うわ
Oh no. Well, there's the bell. All right, you lot, we've got class.
次の授業なんだったっけ？
次はみんな大好き古文です。居眠りしないように注意しましょう。
Classical literature? Ugh.
で、静かだと思ったらマキちゃん寝ちゃってますね。起こしましょうか。
I mean, Makina does just fall asleep wherever. Yeah, if you would.
はい、お任せください。こう見えて私、寝た子を起こす能力にも定評がありますので。
I don't... Is that an ability that you should have? Not sure if that's the best talent for a maid.
マキちゃん、起きて。授業が始まっちゃうよ。
ご飯
This is like Makina's best face.
ご飯はさっき食べたばかりでしょ。
I'm hungry now. It's like watching an old man in the grips of dementia being gently chided by his long-suffering daughter-in-law. With some effort, Satsuki succeeds in peeling Makina off me, sliding both arms under the limp little creature's armpits. She begins to drag her off like a medic, pulling a wounded grunt to cover.
ちょっとサーチ。
はい、何か。
It's like, you convinced me!
何かじゃないわよ。ちょっとどうしてくれるのよ。
それは何に対してでしょう。というか、私にどうして欲しいのですか？
I love this game.
うぐではわかりません。もっと具体的に何に対してどのような補填をお望みなのか、はっきりと言ってください。さあ。
Sachi is like no fucking nonsense right now.
ご自分の中の苛立ちの正体がうまく言葉にできないのですね。わかります。それが今時の無軌道な若者というものでしょう。 大丈夫です。そんな時はとりあえず弱者をいじめておけばいいのです。
One need only torment the weak.
振り上げた拳の収めどころにお悩みでしたら、私の方をお貸ししましょう。それでみちる様の憤りが晴れるのであれば。さあ、どうぞお打ちください。
Sachi, fucking stop it.
みちる様、どちらへ？もうすぐ授業が。
And so she's out of the classroom. Why don't you let her be for a moment? I'm not sure I entirely understand, but the girl seems to have been hurt somehow.
難しいお年頃ですね。
A very difficult age. Shaking her head in sorrowful disappointment, Sachi proceeds to drag Makina off. Things took a rapid turn for the maniac. Manic. So I'm not entirely confident we've reached a common understanding, but for the time being, I've relayed the news of my new position as Makina's father to our classmates. That said, it's too early to rest. There's someone else I need to file a report with. Honestly speaking, this one probably should have come first. Uh-oh. Oh no. Who and why and where?
言ってる意味が全然わからないんだけど。
God damn it.